So first of all, let's talk about what you will need in order to complete this project. Obviously, you would need a LCD. Now the one I'm using is a RG1602A 16:2 LCD. This has a wire soldered directly onto it, as you could see. Now this is not a necessary step, sort of. So now in my case, all of these were holes, like basically open holes with pads. Like this part where there's solder right now was a golden pad with a hole in it. So now this thing did not have any form and sort of connection, so I had to solder. Now you may have a better luck with, maybe the thing just comes with soldered on wires or pins or whatever, but if it doesn't, it is highly recommended to solder it. Although it might work sometimes without soldering it, but yeah, it's not gonna be a very high chance. Now like this, it works every time for me perfectly fine, so very much so recommended. Next up, you would obviously need an Arduino Uno. Well, not necessarily Arduino Uno, but you would need an Arduino of some sort. You can use the Mega or Mini as you wish. However, as you have now, you would also need a way to connect this to your computer. I am using a USB cable to connect it to my computer. Now, the breadboard is, well, it's sort of required. You could very well do without it, but we'll talk more on that later. So now, first of all, let's talk about the assembly part. So now you could see how there was sets of 6 wires on each side with 4 in the middle being empty. Well, that's just how the schematic is for a LCD like this one. Well, basically every LCD has this like this. So just solder 6 wires onto this side, 6 wires onto this side, and leave the 4 and the middle empty. You don't even have to put solder on there. I did it just cause, you know, it looks sort of more cleaner, I guess. I'm not even sure why I did though, but yeah, that's it. And then, so now what you want to do is, basically what you do is you take this one. So this is from the one which there is at the corner. So like this side has more space than this, so this is at the corner. You take the corner most and the wire to the absolute corner, and then you leave one, and then you take another one, and then you leave one again, and then you take this. So basically in alternate, you take these 3 wires, okay, and then you just put them to one power rail like this. Just connect it here. Basically these are all grounds, so this all has to go to ground. Now this one, the second one, so this is the one on the corner, this is the second one. Now you just have to connect this one to 5 volts on the Arduino, and then you just take these 2 and then just plug them into a digital pin out. So just randomly plug them in. Now I recommend keeping these a bit separate, so I'm just gonna do them on this one because this is for the second line, as this is a 16:2 display. So this is 2 lines with 16 characters each, so 16 here, 16 here. So this 2 power this one of these lines, so these 2 go separate. And then over on this side, what you want to do is, basically it's identical. You just take this one to the most corner, plug it into ground like so, and then you just take this one right next to it and then plug it in to 3.3 volts on the Arduino. Now you could probably get away with connecting this one to 5 volts, but that might cause you to have weird black boxes on the screen instead of the text. Now the text will be there, it's just gonna be way harder to read. And then now once you're done with that, you just take all of these wires like so, and then you just plug them in right here, going from the third pin on the third connector. So you just connect it to the third one, then this one. So just connect all of those one after the another. And I already messed up. This one goes here, and then the black one in the middle. Now there's no real benefit to going like this. It's just while you are going to be putting this in the code using the Arduino IDE, this is going to be more convenient. We'll talk more about that later as well. Now remember how I said you don't need a breadboard in order to complete this? The reason I said that you don't need a breadboard, sorry, I mean you need not, I mean it's like not necessary, but like it's what can I say, it's like recommended, I guess, is because basically now without a breadboard, you see how there's 4 ground pins, and then on the Arduino there is just 3 ground connectors. So now you have to connect all 4 of these to ground. So what you would have to do is you would have to connect 2 of these together and then plug them into one ground. Well, yes, that's possible. That's a bit of more of a permanent approach to it, which I'm not really too comfortable with doing. So we're just gonna go with this way anyways. Most of the people who are doing something like this probably have breadboards anyways, so yeah, it's probably good, all good anyways. So I mean, come on, it's just I guess it's a convenience thing, if you want to say that. Or I mean, I don't even know, and I already messed up again, I think. The one on the actually cut this part out, okay. So yeah, okay. So now we will get right into the code part. So let me just get right into it. Okay guys, so now we are in the code here. So now what you have to do here, as you can see right here in this line, constant integer, int stands for integer and 0 and st stands for constant. So now here there are these, so these are the number of pins on which each of these are connected. So now RS is on the LED, is in my case connected to digital pin number 9, EN is connected to digital pin 10, D4 2, A4 and 5. So now you just have to find this out. Every LED will have a digital pin set of some sort, like not digital pin but like this RS or EN or whatever. It is going to have that written on there. So just see which one is connected to which digital pin, put it here, and then no need to do anything on white setup. Just come over to white loop, and here you can see it is written LCD begin 16,2. that is beginning the LCD, means the LCD would start like this, and then it would print this word like so. Just you have to write LCD.print bracket open in double inverted commas, write what you want it to print. Now make sure that this is not going over 16 words, letters, sorry. So count all of these including the space, and then 16, make sure they are not over 16, and then just close this, make sure to put semicolon there. Then for using the second line, just do this command LCD set cursor 0, 1. This will set it to the second line, and then LCD print this. Make sure you have set a delay and LCD clear. This will not do anything. I mean, this, you won't not notice that it's clearing the LCD and then putting this back. But if you don't do like this, it will cause a lot of issues, as I will demonstrate in the future. Also, another thing I wanted to mention was, if you now wait, so first of all, just click upload right here and then upload to your Arduino Uno, and then so now this is what it should do, like here, as you could see now. So here, and then in the code, if I were to let's say I were to clear this part out and then upload it like so. Now so look at how it is doing now. It's just flickering all over the place like right here. Now to fix this, what you would have to do is, I think at least, I'm not sure about this, but if you do if I just cut this from here and paste this in white setup, maybe it will fix it. I'm not sure. Let's just try that real quick. I mean, why not, I guess. Yep, that does fix it. So if you want just a single thing to be there on the LCD forever and like permanently on there, just put in the white setup. But now what I am gonna do here is, let me just put that back in here. Okay, so what I will do is, if you want, for example, multiple things to come, so what you have to do is just set a delay. For example, right here set 5 letters and then do lcd.clear. That will clear the LCD, and then do lcd dot begin, so that would again begin the LCD, and then do lcd dot print whatever you want it to print. For example, I could do here now I think this doesn't exceed the limit. If it does, well, I'll just cut out the rest. We will see. I mean, it probably doesn't, hopefully it doesn't, I'm not sure though. And then you just go lcd.set cursor, then do 0,1 with a semicolon in, and then you do lcd.print, and then you say, for example, and then you could say something whatever you want there, and then you do you set a delay. So for example, I set 5,000, that will be 5 seconds, and then you do lcd.clear, that will clear the display again. And then now if you were to upload it, so look, right now it's doing this. Like and subscribe, subscribe and leave a like. By the way, please see what it says. It is like, it helps me out tremendously. But now if you see here, I will click upload, and hold on a second, I messed up. Dang it, I messed up. Okay, give me 1 second real quick. Let me just there was no bracket there. You have to put bracket like so. You probably would need it here too. Just put two brackets like this and this, like just like, you know, two empty bracket, not two empty brackets, but just put an empty bracket there like you could see right here. And then you just come over here and then hit upload, and then now look. Are you kidding me right now? I messed up again. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. 16 comment. You have to put it every time, otherwise it will not work. So yeah, it says subscribe and leave a like, and then just wait for 5 seconds. That is the delay I have set, and look, now it says something else, and it'll keep going back and back and back. See you guys next time. Bye.